The European Union does not have a unified military force. Each member state is responsible for its own national armed forces and defense structures. Defense policies, budgets, and command arrangements are determined independently by each EU country. The European Union has established joint defense initiatives such as Permanent Structured Cooperation and the European Defense Fund to promote collaboration among member states. These initiatives aim to strengthen defense cooperation, but the EU does not have a single army or unified command. Programs like PESCO and the European Defense Fund coordinate projects to enhance military capabilities across the EU. EU battle groups are multinational units of about 1,500 troops created for rapid response to security crises. However, these battle groups have never been deployed in any operational mission. In 2022, EU member states collectively spent over $230 billion on defense. This spending is managed through separate national systems, resulting in fragmented resources and capabilities. The European Union continues to develop joint defense projects, but there is no unified military command structure. Understanding the organization and limitations of European defense is essential to assess its current capabilities. The EU's defense approach is based on cooperation between sovereign states, supported by joint projects and shared initiatives. There is no EU army. Defense remains a national responsibility, with collaboration through EU-level programs. Europe's military structure reflects national sovereignty and ongoing efforts to strengthen collective security. Most European Union member states are also members of NATO, the Transatlantic Defense Alliance. The United States accounts for about 70% of NATO's total defense spending. This significant contribution highlights the scale of US support within the alliance. NATO relies on US capabilities for intelligence gathering, strategic airlift, logistics, and nuclear deterrence. Without US support, NATO would lose access to essential American military assets and advanced technologies. These assets include modern aircraft, missile defense systems, cyber operations, submarines, and command centers. The integration of these resources is central to NATO's operational effectiveness. The European Union has launched defense initiatives to strengthen cooperation and reduce reliance on external partners. These efforts include joint projects and investments in modern military technology. Permanent Structured Cooperation, or PESCO, coordinates joint defense projects among EU member states to improve military collaboration. The European Defense Fund supports collaborative research and development of advanced defense technologies within the EU. These programs aim to enhance interoperability and capability development across member states. EU battle groups are multinational rapid response units, each consisting of about 1,500 troops, designed for deployment in crisis situations. As of now, these battle groups have never been deployed in any operational mission. PESCO focuses on joint research, capability development, and coordinated procurement among EU countries. The European Union does not have a unified military headquarters or a single command structure for its armed forces. Defense remains a national responsibility, coordinated through EU-level initiatives and partnerships. Military capabilities among European Union member states differ widely, reflecting variations in size, resources, and defense priorities. Some EU countries maintain large, technologically advanced armed forces, while others have smaller or more specialized military structures. France is the only European Union member state with an independent nuclear arsenal and global military deployment capabilities. The French military operates a modern navy, advanced air force, and highly trained special operations units. Germany, as the largest economy in the European Union, has increased its defense budget and is actively modernizing its armed forces. Germany is implementing a comprehensive modernization program to upgrade military equipment and enhance operational readiness. Poland is rapidly upgrading its armed forces and has increased defense spending to over 4% of its gross domestic product. Despite robust national militaries, the European Union does not possess a unified military command structure. Defense spending across the European Union has risen in recent years, reflecting heightened security concerns and commitments. The United States provides essential military capabilities to European defense through NATO, including advanced technology and strategic assets. Without US support, Europe would face significant challenges in intelligence, logistics, and rapid deployment. The European Union currently lacks sufficient strategic airlift capacity to independently transport troops and heavy equipment worldwide. Most satellite surveillance and early warning systems used by European countries are provided by the United States. European access to advanced intelligence and reconnaissance is closely linked to American support. NATO's command structure is deeply integrated with US personnel and military resources. European military logistics, including fuel and ammunition supply chains, depend on coordination with the United States. France remains the only European Union country with nuclear weapons. There is no collective European nuclear deterrent. These capability gaps make rapid and coordinated European defense operations challenging without US involvement. Political differences among European Union member states continue to challenge unified defense planning and coordination. Each member state sets its own security priorities and threat assessments, making collective defense decisions complex. Some EU countries maintain neutrality, while others participate actively in joint defense and security initiatives. Approaches to external relations and the division of responsibilities between national and collective defense remain divergent. EU member states have not reached consensus on the relationship between NATO and a potential European defense framework. Some governments support greater European strategic autonomy, while others emphasize strong transatlantic defense cooperation. National perspectives on defense partnerships and the role of external allies differ widely across the European Union. The absence of full political consensus limits the effectiveness of joint military operations. Achieving strategic autonomy is a long-term objective that requires sustained commitment from all EU member states. The European Union has significant resources, but lacks a unified command structure and shared political will for integrated defense. Progress in European defense depends on increased investment, improved coordination, and mutual trust among member states. Ongoing divisions continue to shape the development of a cohesive and effective European defense policy. As a result, the European Union remains dependent on external partners, especially the United States, for critical defense capabilities. Without US support, Europe would face substantial gaps in coordination, intelligence, and operational readiness. Achieving full strategic autonomy remains a long-term goal.